What's going on? Welcome to HDiiTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Man, we got everybody here. Appreciate y'all last night for coming, man. Shout out to J Spot Network, man. Make sure y'all go subscribe to my dog, man. She cool peoples. Man, she be sharing my stuff all the time. Appreciate her. The sporting page, holler at them. You know what I'm saying? Showtime. Go subscribe. Support Showtime. You know what I'm saying? I Am Zo Media. Women's Basketball Universe. All of them. So, yeah. Everybody, Sino, Scrub. Everybody. If I missed you, my fault. Make sure you like the page when you come in. Make sure you comment. Make sure you comment. Like the page and then comment. You know, if you're new here, subscribe. Hit that notification bell to select all so you can receive upcoming notifications. So yeah. So basically, when we take a look at everything and step back and look, I just wanted to say I'm proud of Zia Cook, man. She got another shot. Hopefully she gets her chance in Seattle to make the team and actually contribute to the team. You know, she's a baller, man. She does her thing. And she continues to play. She continues to ball out. She's balling out right now, I believe, overseas. But Kia Nurse was brought in. She was introduced. I'm still waiting for Becca Allen's statement. But Kia Nurse was brought in. And you know, she very warm, very happy to come play for Chicago. Now everybody was wondering, like, you know, like, why wasn't she given a proper entrance? Like, why was it done on a Zoom? Why couldn't Chicago players come, you know, and check her out? A lot of players had some engagements they were at, remember, you know, but you know, to my dog J Spot Point, she was saying, like, well, they could have flew in, like, could have had support. Look, I keep trying to tell everybody, I don't know if I got to say this again, Chicago is a terrible franchise. I don't know where these people who don't like Angel Reese come from saying that, oh, it's because of Angel Reese nobody wants to come. No, that's not the case. This franchise has been labeled terrible from previous players. Kia Nurse did the Zoom, it's whatever. Chicago media has always done black athletes or teams that are majority black dirty. They've always been dirty. Remember, this is the same people who said Michael Jordan, who basically said Isaiah Thomas and the Pistons were trying to, hurt or unalive Michael Jordan live on the camera. And Isaiah Thomas has done more for Chicago than any other person probably from Chicago. He did way more than Mike, And you saw how they treated him. You saw during the Caitlin Clark fiasco what happened. So I don't know why everybody's surprised that they don't care. Chicago sports, the sports, the people, they love their sports. But the media and the people that are in charge in higher places, they do not care. This is why I told y'all a long time ago, if they don't show that they're trying to win Angel and Miller after their deal is up, they're gone. They're gone. I told y'all this. And a lot, not only Angel, but a lot of her people that's behind her were not happy with how they covered her during the Caitlin fiasco. It's like they were working in one with Indiana. And everybody gets upset with Annie Costabile. I don't get upset with Annie Costabile because I know what Annie Costabile is. She's a typical Chicago reporter or journalist. They're a-holes. She talking to Kia Nurse like, man, like, what made you come here to this failure? Or she was making it seem like, Kia Nurse, you shouldn't have came here. You should have went somewhere else. The way she was just dogging the team out. And Kia Nurse had to tell her, like, no, this team did way better than what people thought. Because they were projected to be 12th. They were in 8th place or 7th place the whole year, damn near, until the end. They were fighting for the 8th seed. And this was the first year of a rebuild. Everyone keeps saying, oh, it was a rebuild when Kai was there. No, it wasn't. They were trying to go to the playoffs and try to do something. Y'all don't understand what rebuild and all this, or what that means. Rebuild means is that you're building the team back up. The Indiana Fever for years was tanking. They weren't trying to rebuild. They were tanking each year. And then they started rebuilding. So you guys got to understand what you're talking about. But Chicago they're terrible. They're terrible, especially for the Sky. But y'all don't be wanting to believe nobody. But I love what Kia Nurse said. She said that E-Will pitched her. She's on the team and she talked highly of Camilla and Angel. And she said Angel has gotten better. Just watching from afar, and she's confident. Like, she's so confident and sure of herself. So Jeff basically wanted to make the locker room Camilla and Angel friendly. So I bumped my F up to a C+ or B-, because everything I heard from her in that interview, make sure you guys go on YouTube. It's Chicago State of Mind. You'll find it with Kia Nurse being interviewed. But Kia Nurse had to put Annie Constable in her place and told her, no, this team was good. And she talked about every time they played Chicago, Chicago was giving them problems. Now, she said she could play the wing or the 2. She was playing the wing last year. She really never played the 2 before. So she had to adjust to that last year as well. But she mainly was a wing player. Now you got Beck Allen who could play the 2 or the wing. Probably some instances you could slide her to the 4. So you have versatility. And then from watching the show with Angel and Lisa Leslie, make sure y'all go watch that show, Unapologetically Angel with Lisa Leslie. Lisa Leslie said she's gonna work with Angel and change her layups, because she does a lot of the scoop shot stuff. She wants her to keep it above the shoulders a lot. When she gets the ball, keep it up, then put it back up. But it's a bad habit she has to fix. Like I told you guys, Kim Mulkey does not develop her talent. Like, if you are who you are, you're just going to be who you are. That's why I said Big 4 would have a better chance coming out for this year's draft, because this year's draft isn't really all that. It's more like back end heavy. Like, you got a lot of back end like players that could do something. But we'll see. But Kia Nurse spoke highly of both second-year players. So that was good. You got people in there. Plus, Kia Nurse used to play with Mo Jefferson back at UConn. Now we just gotta wait and see. I still think that they're gonna talk about they're gonna find a way to flip that 10th and that 16th pick. I still think they're gonna try to get somebody in here. Just don't know who. But yeah. Kia Nurse also talked about building something here. You know, she's excited to you know, help the bigs out, but she's more of a leadership role. Plus, she had a pros and cons list. This is interesting. Kia Nurse had a pros and cons list where she would check off the pros of the people the team she meeting with and the cons. And she said when she talked to Tyler and Jeff, like it was well, she was talking to Tyler, I believe it was more pros than cons. Like she probably had a few cons. So that's very interesting. I want to know if other not only WNBA players, but NBA players and other people do that. Because that's interesting. But I think they do. I think players who are talking to general managers and coaches, they have a checklist. So I've heard it before, but she put it differently in pros and cons, which is dope. How she narrowed it down. So we'll see. But the introductory press conference, guys, this is Chicago. They're not going to make it nice. Y'all have to understand, they don't care. They don't care at all. Plus, people got to understand. Chicago is very cheap. This is why when they were talking about bringing Jewel Lloyd in, I wasn't believing that crap because Jewel Lloyd, why would she come here unless we're guaranteed to win? Plus, Jewel Lloyd's not a leader. She's not a leader at all. She's more of a I'm gonna go with the flow and I'm a lead by example. But when it's time for her to like step up to that role and yo, this is what we need to do, she's not gonna do that. So it was perfect for her to go to the Aces. Kelsey Plum over there with the Sparks, like I was saying last night, she wants to be the superstar, but we'll see what she does. And this is to Key. Key, I never said Darren Waller. I gotta clear this up. I never said Darren Waller didn't admit he was wrong. However, if you go look at the timeline and go look at the time when he was traded and they were married, a lot of people did not like Kelsey Plum because they felt like Kelsey Plum was not honoring her marriage. I'm not saying she cheated. I'm not saying none of those things. I'm saying that she wasn't morally supporting her spouse. And I've seen women like her before who are married, but they act like they not married. If that make any sense, you know. So that's all I was saying. But was it Darren Waller's fault? Yeah, it was his fault for the overall thing, and he was right to accept accountability because he's a man. But at the end of the day, I was saying that Kelsey Plum was also not in the right as well. She didn't do anything to try to help the marriage. That's all I was saying. Now, after I said that, you can agree or disagree. I don't really care. You cool people, but I just wanted to clear that up because you came in the chat and I couldn't really address it. But yeah. But check, guys, like, this is how it is, man. You gotta understand. This is how people are, bro. So, thank y'all for listening. I'm out. Deezy.